Your money management has got nothing to do with how much money you make, but more about how much you think about money. So if you are in a lot of debt and you feel like you are not where you want to be, it has got nothing to do with how much you earn, but more about how you think about money. And most of us have fallen into the trap of being in debt. And once you're in that trap, it's really difficult to get out of it unless you change your thinking. So let's explore our thinking. Maybe you've got a lot of debt because you bought a house, you bought a new car, you've got children, and maybe you're still paying off your student debts. Or maybe you're not married yet, but you're still studying. You are struggling to pay for your studies, your accommodation, your living expenses, and also living as a student, because there's not much to go around. You have to spend time on your studies. But the people who have actually made it has changed the thinking. So it's so easy to just get another credit card, to get another source of financial bridging, a way for you to make more debt. It is very easy. If you go on Experian or any of those different credit bureaus, they are advertising how you can get more credit cards. And if you haven't got any debt, it's sometimes difficult to get your first credit card. But once you've got a credit score, man, is it easy to get credit. And if you don't increase your income at the same time as what your expenses or your credit card is increasing, then you are in trouble. Then you're going to stay in that debt forever. And that debt is sapping your energy. It is taking all your attention. So the intention and attention that you want to put on your studies is most probably taken up by the amount of debt that you have, the credit cards, how you're going to survive, where you're going to get the money from to pay for your accommodation, for your studies, for your travel, and how you're also just going to go on a holiday and just relax. I know it's not easy. And I have experienced that in my life. I am not talking to you from a perspective of what you should be doing. I'm talking to you from a perspective of what I have done and how I have got out of that cycle of debt. And the only way you're not going to get out of that cycle is really to understand, how do you think about money? Do you only concentrate on expenses, or are you actually focusing on where's the income? How are you going to get money? Are you so stressed that you can't even think about anything else? Are you completely in survival? You are so fearful of who's knocking on your door looking for money that you forget about living. Now, in the next couple of videos, I am going to share with you how you can break that cycle. But just remember, you are not alone. And the key for you to understand your debt and your money management problems, your poor activities, the being in a situation which you feel uncomfortable with, has got nothing to do with the amount of income that you earn. So many people have worked low-income jobs where they have earned just on the living wage and still created financial freedom. There are people who have been completely homeless, who didn't know where to go to sleep, who was completely on the streets, who have actually slept rough, but they have turned their lives around, and maybe 2, 3 years or 5 years later, they are in a completely different way of living. What has these people done? What have they done differently that you are not doing? It is all about how you think about your life, how you think about yourself, and how you think about money. How many times have you actually stopped to think about what are you thinking about? So if this video is maybe challenging you and thinking, well, that is impossible. Everything has got to do with how much money I earn. I work so hard. I study hard. I work 2-3 jobs, and still I haven't got enough money to survive on. Then you are in the right place, because neuroscience and the scientific research that they are doing on how our brains work and how our thoughts influence our lives is really earth-shattering results. People are every day changing their lives by changing their thinking. And I am here to help you to change your thinking. But first of all, you have to become aware of what you think and how you think and how often do you think negatively. And I am going to help you to come to the bottom of what is it you're thinking? What is your poor brain telling you about money management, about abundance, about living the life you really want, and to achieve your dreams? So for now, I want you to just become aware and observe about what are you thinking about. While you are listening to me on this video, what is going through your mind? About this woman is crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. How can I actually listen to her? And maybe you have gone away from this video and maybe I've popped up on your feed again, and all of a sudden you are maybe having a reaction. Am I triggering you? Or are you curious? How can you do what other people have done? And it starts with your curiosity. The minute you allow new information to come into your psyche, that is when you start changing. That is when you start changing your life. And I am going to share with you in the next 5 videos of how and what you can do to change your life. Take the time, listen to this video maybe again. If I've triggered you, listen to this video again and allow yourself to take a deep breath while you listen, because if I have triggered you, then this information is for you. You really need to hear this. You need to open your mind for new information to come in, because I guarantee you, if you do what you have been doing up till now in your life for the next 5 years, you are going to be at exactly the same space of where you are today. The only way that is going to change your future is you changing your thoughts and then taking different decisions with different actions. Take some time and go to my playlist and listen to how you can change from a poor brain to a rich brain.